Knock, knock, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's Monday, so you know what that means. It's the best wrestling on the planet. It's Bad Elephant Wrestling Mammoth Monday, and don't call it a comeback. 21st Century Fools once again on camera.
I've been here for years, Tom. How are you?
I'm great. Are you excited for history to be made tonight? What are we doing for the first time ever in 2K24, 21st Century Fool?
We are once again shining a spotlight on our fantastic women's division.
The best.
With our Queen of the Ring #1 contender tournament, Tom.
Absolutely. Melania needs a challenger. And so tonight we're going to find that. This entire wrestling section of the stream before MyGM mode is going to be dedicated to a single elimination tournament. And whoever wins will challenge the final boss of the women's division. So let's get to the bracket.
Somebody's going to sue you for that one, Tom.
Oh, let's see. He can pee in all the water bottles he wants. I ain't afraid of him. So we got in the opening round, we've got Apocalypse QT against the gatekeeper of the women's division, Samus Aran. We've got producer Becca going up against Laura Croft. We got Princess Daisy going up against Jamie Hayter. And if I just take off my camera real quick, we have Toxic Melody going up against Kristen Stewart. A pretty interesting first round. 21st Century Fool, who do you got your money on to go the distance?
Ooh. Well, let's see. I don't even know. I think I'm gonna go through here. Samus Aran is the tallest wrestler in this tournament, and we see how well that has worked out for Melania, so that's a good option. Apocalypse QT is the hardcore heroine.
Oh.
And so you can never count her out. Producer Becca, multi-time champion, so what's more #1 contender spot for her. Laura Croft, always challenging. Daisy, a fan favorite who, again, almost went wire to wire in the Elimination Chamber match that we had. Jamie Hayter, a former champion herself. A little bit new to Bad Elephant Wrestling, but I'm excited to see what's going on there. Toxic Melody again. Another superstar that always seems to come out on top. Money in the Bank winner, title holder. And Kristen Stewart actually surprised everyone when she came on the scene way back when we started winning the championship, and now looking to rise to the ranks and do it again. So anyone, Tom, could win this, and that's what makes it exciting.
We could see a lot of rivalries reborn. We could see producer Becca versus Kristen Stewart. We could see Apocalypse QT start a new rivalry with Toxic Melody. You never know what could happen in an exciting tournament like this. So let's kick off the first round. We are going to have Apocalypse QT versus Samus Aran.
The easiest way to stop Metroid Mike from doing the dishes, just mention someone else and the word hardcore in a sentence.
There we go. Already threatened loss. Metroid Mike doesn't settle their fights in the courtroom. They settle it in the court parking lot. So that's where Metroid Mike is going to come from.
I'm not getting bandaged up again just so I can win again, all right? Look, I got my parking spot. You take it up with Apocalypse QT, all right?
All right, here we go.
They are in the ring and ready to go. Oh, Spinebuster to start things off, and that's it.
Kick out. It'd be very interesting if Samus Aran were to defeat Apocalypse QT. I don't know if you remember this, 21st Century Fool, but in Apocalypse QT's debut match, they defeated Samus via count out. So I want to see if they can actually pull off a pinfall or submission victory.
I do remember that, Tom. It was a very back and forth match, and at one point it looked like Samus was going to take the victory, and then Apocalypse QT turning things around and managing to get back in the ring at the count of 9, I believe, to win by countout.
Oh, big crossbody slam going for the pin. Is this it? One.
No, it is not.
Apocalypse QT, the shortest member of the women's division, but don't ever let that fool you. She has a tenacity and a fighting spirit that I think would terrify even Brock Lesnar or Undertaker, if I were to say so.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she brings a chair to the ring, Tom. She means business, and she doesn't care what size her opponent is.
Absolutely. Let us know in the chat who you think is going to win this first matchup. Fish Knight, Metroid Mike, how were your weekends? I hope you guys are having a great one. Hope the start of your week was also excellent.
Fish Knight pointing out that Kristen Stewart's career survived Twilight, so he can't imagine that they would be anything less than invincible.
Yeah, you know, when Kristen Stewart came to us, they were like, look, I've got franchise money. I can do whatever I want. I want to get into wrestling. And we were like, well, welcome to Bad Elephant Wrestling.
Right, and Apocalypse QT with a body splash of her own on the outside there.
And the referee...
But Samus with a counter.
Mm-hmm. The referee starting their count. This could be very intriguing. We're in count-out territory, again, after we mentioned the history these two have.
Ooh, arm wrench. Only be met with a forearm.
What do we got here?
Oh, that was a colorful reversal.
A very pointless backflip into like a modified angle slam of some sort.
Hey, some people just like the extra flurry, you know?
I guess so.
That's what happens when you see finishers that now have extra steps. Like, what is it, the Z360?
Yes, Zoe Stark.
Which is just a go to sleep, but for some reason it's a 360 before that.
It's a lot of paprika on the steak. A lot of paprika. Getting hydrated. Let's see. We're going to see some kind of DDT here.
Whoa. Great jacket neck breaker. Wow.
I don't think I've seen that.
No.
Ever done, but that's an intriguing move. And nice. I like when you can put variations on common moves like that. And that was a spicy
that's
neck
the
breaker.
type of spice I like to see.
Yes.
And now sizing him up.
And
Samus sent flying off the apron. And Apocalypse QT is feeling it right now.
Oof. Yeah, QT
kind of like a heart punch almost.
Taunting Samus on the ground, just rubbing the pain in. But you know, in this tournament kind of environment, I don't think it's smart to play with your food. I think you want to end your match and get on to the next round before you lose energy. What would you say, 21st Century?
Oh no, absolutely. There's no room for showboating. There's no you don't want to draw your match out, because if you win, you've got multiple matches following that. And this is all happening in one night back to back. There is no real rest. You're only getting to grab some water and maybe grab a towel in between the other matches. So you're only getting, 10, 20 minutes.
Maybe at best, you can pick up a Mexican pizza, if you have enough time.
Exactly.
But that's it. Nothing else. Fish Knight in the chat saying, I love finishers with extra steps. That's why Scotty 2 Hotty's The Worm is my favorite finisher of all time. That has the most extra steps, both literally and figuratively. Well, I can't argue with that.
I will tell you that Joe Hendry has something to say about that, and it is entertaining. You may enjoy it. Look out here.
Oh, ow.
Oh, page turner.
And we got a 1, 2, and 3.
And that is it. Apocalypse QT doesn't need a count out this time.
They just need to survive 2 more potential matches. Congratulations to Apocalypse QT. And there's their chair. Getting ready to take it into the next matchup. Hey, I got nothing. Like I said, I got nothing bad to say about Scotty 2 Hotty's iconic worm finisher. That was one of the most.
Oh no, that was flashy as heck, and the fans loved it. I just love that Joe Hendry actually had a match with Scotty 2 Hotty, and in Joe Hendry fashion, had a song about it, and it's equally great. So,
well, that's very fun. That's very fun. I enjoy that a lot. And yeah, very curious to see more. So speaking of more, let's move on to our next matchup. It's going to be producer Becca versus Laura Croft. Laura technically already debuted in 2K24. They had a matchup against Melania, a non-title championship showcase during our 2K24 premiere. And they didn't win, but they went the distance. So Laura Croft fighting for a chance to actually face Melania. And here we go. Producer Becca, a three-time women's champion, looking to go for that record-breaking 4th reign. Do you think they could achieve it?
I absolutely think so. I mean, they are a 3-time champion. I don't want to say what's one more, but I mean, if you've already proven you can do it 3 times, I mean, it just stands to reason you can do another. I mean, Michael Jordan, producer Becca, why not?
There we go. Absolutely. So you're saying that producer Becca is going to have up to 6 titles at this point?
Up to 6, and then probably take a hiatus and play some baseball.
There we go. Yes, Scotty 2 Hotty's The Worm was like when I originally started getting into wrestling, and I loved seeing somebody do something so, just energetic. And so I guess in retrospect, I would call it theatrical. Really great. That was a really over move. So much so that, you have Otis paying tribute to it with the caterpillar, Yes. So that's really good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You've done something right when someone else is emulating you years later.
Hell yes. Fish Knight saying, do you know what I'd like to see at some point? A set of matches that is just original characters versus their rebooted versions. That's the whole card for the night. Oh, so yeah, we could have 90s Tomb Raider versus reboot Tomb Raider. That's interesting. What other characters would you like to see, Fish Knight or 21st Century Fool? You got any suggestions?
Remade characters.
We could have a fatal 5-way between Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale. Or a 6-pack challenge. A 6-pack challenge. Yeah.
I was thinking only video game characters, but that is a great option, Tom. I like that.
For the pin here, producer Becca.
And it's over
in quick and convincing.
We were
fashion.
Just talking about you want to finish your matches as soon as you can, and producer Becca on cue comes in, takes care of business, and headed out into the next round.
Congratulations. That third, fourth, fifth, those extra title reigns may be in sight sooner rather than later. 21st Century Fool, what'd you think about that matchup?
I mean, that was a very dominant matchup there. I mean, we were talking about Laura Croft looking to make her way back up the card, and just didn't have it tonight. Producer Becca looking like the former champion that she is. I was impressed by that one, Tom.
Hell yes. Well, up next, we got Princess Daisy going toe-to-toe with Jamie Hayter, entering through the forbidden door here, AEW, the best women's wrestler on AEW. I'm just going to say it. I don't care. I have no shame. Up against the Princess of the Sarasa Kingdom. Daisy never held a title in 2K23. Maybe this is her game. Maybe this is her year. What do you think the odds are?
In this match?
Sure.
Well, I mean, it's not off to a great start. Is Jamie Hayter showing what made her a champion in the first place? Lots of strength to go up against in the ring. In this match, though, I'm going to say odds 50%.
All right, let's see what we got. Oof. You could have, we'll go back to video game characters. You could have both versions of Devil May Cry's Dante go one-on-one in Fish Knight's proposed card.
Oh, there we go.
That'd be pretty entertaining.
What about Link?
Breath of the Wild Link versus Ocarina of Time Link versus Link's Awakening Link. Yeah, that could be something.
That one's always a good one. Oh,
I mean, how many different versions of the Ninja Turtles do we have at this point?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those. Who else?
Locking up. Oh, knee to the face.
So I don't know why we would do this, but Teen Titans has like 6 reiterations of
one and a kick out there. Yeah, plus you have to consider the Teen Titan Go incarnation, the comic version, the TV versions. Yeah.
Though all pretty entertaining.
Fish Knight saying, imagine a battle royal between the X-Men from the 90s and the black leather X-Men from the first couple movies. That'd be something.
What were you expecting? Yellow spandex?
Oh, what a diss. What a diss.
And what a toss. A fall away slam there. Just look out.
Jamie Hayter.
No power glove needed.
No.
Jamie Hayter has the power.
Yeah, Jamie Hayter, just one of the most impressively physical wrestlers in any company. And going up top here, nice big elbow.
That could be it.
The shoulder injury, keeping them on the sidelines for so long.
Check it off. Oh!
Very disappointing.
Yeah, I really hope they can get back and get to 100% soon, because you are right, Tom. They have a lot of talent, and it is sorely missed not being in the ring.
I think Daisy's legitimately in trouble here. She doesn't seem to have an answer for any of Jamie's offense, and now Jamie just keeping her prone on the ground and being able to lift her up and drop her down with impact on every move.
I mean, well, she's been thrown all around the ring and caught several boots to the face. I'm not sure I would know where I'm at the moment, but look out here.
Daisy hulking up.
No.
Never mind. Jamie deciding, I'm just going to...
Middle of the ring.
I was expecting yellow spandex. In fact, that line is such a middle finger to certain members of the audience. Oh, hey, I know. I mean, I saw X2 in theaters when I was a kid. 21st Century Fool, did you see X-Men 1 in theaters? You probably would have been in high school at the time, right?
I think I did see it.
And how did you feel about that?
I think I saw both in theaters.
How did you feel about that line, being an X-Men fan?
I laughed at it. I remember laughing at it in the moment. I feel like that was back then, like, I feel like the movies back then didn't specifically, like, they didn't keep it as canon, but it also wasn't to the point where, like, I don't know, the X-Men, I have a love-hate relationship with that first movie.
Right.
I
have a love-hate relationship with that moonsault because it looked beautiful, but you hate to see her fail so hard.
Prettiest moonsault, not quite. Oh, look out here, though.
This is it.
Roll up.
One. Could have been a surprise victory right there.
Yeah. Oh, short drop kick, but Jamie Hayter not phased.
It's frustrating because it's like, hey, we made a competent X-Men movie. What did you want us also to have, like, faithful costumes? Fuck you. You know what I mean? It was very,
Yeah, there were things where it was like like you skipped the costumes that I cared slightly less about. Mm-hmm. I mean, had you put them in, I would have been happy. But
I am so sorry, Daniel. So sorry. Good to see you. How you doing? Hope all is well.
Oh, look out here. Oh, reversal.
Hope the next era of Winterian is coming together well. Now that the weather's warming up. Salida del Sol from Princess Daisy doing the Sarasa Kingdom proud, but she needs to get Jamie Hayter back into the ring. Winterian, when you saw... Did you see the first X-Men film in theaters by chance? We're having a conversation about the famous line.
Look at the strength of Daisy here. Talk about strength.
Halfway up. I did not. I only saw it on DVD. Okay, yeah. I eventually saw it. But 21st Century Fool, since you saw it in theaters, you were going over your thoughts. I wanted to let you finish that.
Yeah, no, it was just their choice to... look out. Jamie Hayter is down.
Oh my goodness!
Is
Princess Daisy about to win this match? Why the referee stop counting? There we go.
That's it.
Princess Daisy wins.
I feel like the upset of the tournament so far. After getting battered pillar to post, winning.
And look at that smile. She knows. Look at the referee. They are stuck in the camera.
They are going outside to check on Jamie Hayter, who is still laying on the barricade.
Has Princess Daisy turned heel? Do they have they given up their energetic?
All that time with Bowser, you know?
Yeah, clearly. Too many go-kart races with them just turns you into a member of the Koopa Troops. Well, I think that, I agree with you. That's probably the most surprising outcome of the tournament so far. But up next, the first round ends with Toxic Melody taking on Kristen Stewart. This is both of these wrestlers' debut here in 2K24. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Fish Knight saying, I don't have a problem with the absence of the classic costumes on principle. My main issue is that they ultimately went with rob the characters of visual identity. I mean, I get you there. Yeah, they all have a distinct look and feel that you love to see.
And I feel like they did a fair disservice to a lot of the characters by sort of changing them a bit.
Okay.
I don't know. That I feel is something that really they did a lot of in the X-Men ones, which is kind of odd. Like the Marvel movies took some exceptions here and there, but for whatever reason, I feel like the X-Men ones took them a bit further, especially parts where I'm not really sure it was necessary.
I know you've had a very big problem with how Scott, aka Cyclops, was treated in the films. And, Kristen Stewart possibly having a problem with how Daisy's treating her back and head.
I mean, also Iceman, they are sort of. I'm not sure why they decided to make him super young. I mean, he is he is young at a point, but he's also an original X-Men, so he would be closer to Scott and the rest of them probably in age than, I don't know. There were certain choices like making Colossus in the second one American for no reason,
you told me,
or at least not giving him an accent. He's only got 1.5 lines. You could just have a guy, fake a Russian accent, dub a Russian accent. I'm not asking that much.
True. And
Toxic Melody flying high. My goodness.
I don't think you have to ask much more of Melody at all. Melody, I've noticed a much more aggressive streak in this matchup so far. Melody's always been athletic and always brought it, but really seems to go all out. Oh my goodness, Gnome Church themselves in the chat. What up, Jake? So good to see you. How was raiding Appalachia in Fallout 76 after I had to leave the stream? 21st Century Fool, we're at the 5 mark.
I mean, I feel like wrestlers are taking a page out of Daisy's book here and realizing that, I can win by countout. I don't have to go into a long, drawn-out match. But thankfully, both of them back inside so we can get more action. Whew. That had to hurt.
Melody rolling back to the outside. Locking up. Kristen Stewart has survived
waiting
so far.
For her. Again, this is something we didn't expect when Kristen Stewart made her debut in 2K23.
Oh, that was quite a tumble.
Actually taking the belt from Becca. And now, now working in a leg lock here, trying to get out of the first round and continue on in this Queen of the Ring tournament.
We could see the first submission of the tournament. Fish Knight dropping something in the chat. I want to make sure it gets read. I'm not so much talking about the X-Men not being visually distinct from each other, although that's also an issue. You can have matching uniforms and still be visually distinct. I more have an issue with them looking like the same Matrix rejects everything did at the time. Is it more realistic? Sure. But it's also more boring, and I kind of thought we'd abandon realism around the time we had Master Knife Hands fighting the amazing Naked Blue Chameleon Ninja. Fair. Yeah, but I think you kind of nailed it. I think it was of the time. I think they maybe were too... I don't think they had the confidence. Or, they didn't
They definitely didn't have the confidence. I feel like that comes through in the movie.
Yeah. So they were like, well, we don't know if if the non-fans will appreciate it. So let's go Matrix.
Exactly.
Jake saying
big elbow.
Big elbow
Both
could be a
wrestlers
big
with
problem for
huge
Toxic
top
Melody.
rope moves. And that is it. Kristen Stewart.
Fish Knight, you were pulling big for Kristen Stewart earlier in this stream. Is Kristen Stewart possibly going to go all the way in this tournament?
He may have just, summoned this into existence. Kristen Stewart telling the fans, this is my time. And it may very well be.
I'm really shook. I did not expect that. Devastating loss for Toxic Melody after putting up such a great fight.
I feel like we have had the top of the card go exactly the way we thought it would, and the bottom half of the first round be nothing but surprises.
Has Madeline Albright been eliminated yet? The problem is that they couldn't get medically cleared. A dislocated thumb, so they were not able to enter the tournament, and that's how Jamie Hayter got in there in the first place. I don't know how if Madeline Albright would have been able to change the outcome of the Daisy match. I don't know. 21st Century Fool, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to see what they could do, but yeah, just not medically cleared. I do hear they're still hunting for CM Punk though backstage.
Interesting. Well, we have our semifinal set. We have Apocalypse QT versus Producer Becca, and then Princess Daisy versus Kristen Stewart. I am excited to see where we're going to go next. 21st Century Fool, who do you got your money on? Tell us in the chat. Who do you think is going to go all the way in the tournament? Let us know as we get going for Apocalypse QT versus...
the hardest one so far to pick, Tom. This one could literally go either way.
I mean, we have arguably the biggest legend in the Bad Elephant Wrestling Women's Division, Producer Becca, versus an up-and-coming wrestler who, needs a victory like this to prove their mettle in Apocalypse QT. And heavy metal is the emphasis, because if they could only get that chair involved in this match, they probably already would be winning.
The 3-time champion against the heavy metal madam.
Oh my goodness. I am very happy to hear that Winterian Game Studios has been recruited to be the event coordinator for the Adventure Game Fanfare. And Meredith Grant of Perfect Tides has been invited as a guest. I really do love that. And congratulations to you and the team. Is that like a game jam? Or just kind of an indie game showcase? Definitely would love to hear more. And please
either way, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, please tell our fans about it too. And
look right here, Tom's favorite new move.
That straight jacket neck breaker. Going for the pin here is QT, put Becca away. No, Becca with the kick out. Perfect Tides, of course, I played that game on stream in 2021 or 22, and then I also showcased the demo for the sequel earlier this year. Very excited for that. And now trade-in blows. QT and Becca going head-to-head.
There is a sequel in the works as well, correct, Tom?
Yep. Perfect Tide Station 2 Station coming out sometime soon.
Ooh.
Trading blows back.
Man, the leather that's getting traded.
Big slaps. Big knife edge chops.
Big chop. Ooh, clothesline. There we go.
Becca ending it, saying, no. This has to stop right now.
An expo dedicated to point-and-click adventure games. That sounds awesome.
Tacoma, Washington. That is a journey, but hold on, a kick out there. That sounds really fun. Also,
yes,
Tom,
watch Lucha Underground.
One day
they have a comic that bridges season 1 and season 2.
Hold on, did you see that discus clothesline from Producer Becca? This could be it. The referee
discussed that discus clothesline.
2, 3.
Let me tell you who won't be in this discussion. It's Apocalypse QT.
My goodness.
And that is 2 relatively quick matches taken care of for Producer Becca, and she is moving on to the finals.
Does Producer Becca just have this in the can? Is she just rubbing it in everyone else's face that this is a foregone conclusion? We do not know yet, but
I really feel like she was the more rested wrestler there. Apocalypse QT having a long match with Samus Aran, so I think that led to what we just saw, and both of these women have also had fairly long matches and now have to go up against one another in the semifinal here.
What I'm concerned about is Princess Daisy, they got really battered by Jamie Hayter and only won their match because of a countout. So was that desperation? Was that them trying to save their energy for the future contest? We're going to see, because Kristen Stewart had to go all out in order to stop Toxic Melody.
Daisy did get a makeover. You are correct, Gnome Church.
Oh, here we go. I don't know how that happened physically. I don't know how physics happened there, but she landed that moonsault.
Much like the X-Men universe, physics works differently here, Tom.
True. Metroid Mike, at this point, I should just watch. Oh, wow. What a head scissors takedown. I should just
rope springboard Hurricane Rana.
Metroid Mike, we should just get together and do live watch-alongs of Lucha Underground. You and me.
There you go.
With live commentary. I think that probably is the best way to solve this recommendation metric, or whatever you want to call it. The recommendation tidal wave that you have landed on us week after week.
So, Fish Knight, if you're still here,
yes,
I have a question for you. Speaking of reboots and how things were done with X-Men previously,
hang on, we may have a victory here. 1, 2, kicking out. And when Tyrion, I'll agree with you. One note here: this has not been an even match so far. 21st Century Fool. Yeah, Kristen Stewart doesn't seem to have an answer to a lot of Daisy's offense. Daisy landing all of these standing moonsaults and shooting star presses. Do you think Kristen Stewart's done for?
I mean, Daisy is riding high after that come from behind victory in round 1. You've got to take the momentum back, and if you don't, you end up on the mat like you are right here. So
there you go.
Got to turn it around fast. But yeah, Marvel will be introduced. Well, they have already mentioned the mutant word. So we know the X-Men are coming at some point. Look out!
Attempted Selena Del Sol reversed. Maybe Kristen Stewart's comeback starts now. They do not have Twilight powers, Jake. This is just acclaimed actress and filmmaker Kristen Stewart.
They do have Oscar powers, though.
Yes, Oscar nomination powers so far.
Hey, that's pretty powerful.
I could see them winning within their lifetime, honestly.
Right? But yeah, Fish Knight. Are you excited for the X-Men to come into Marvel, or are you trepidatious based on what's already been done and Marvel sort of losing some steam recently?
2, 3.
Got her!
Wow. Kristen Stewart taking out Princess Daisy in shocking fashion, especially with how assured Daisy seemed to be at the beginning of this match. 21st Century Fool, your thoughts?
I really think, going back to the point that Jamie Hayter really did a number on Daisy, and even though she had the momentum going, she was really beat up, and once the tide turned, she did not have an answer.
I'm stunned. This is quite
This is my stunned
outcome.
face, Tom.
It's the same as every other face you make in that mask. Well, I gotta make sure I mute the strikeable music real quick here. So we are down to our final. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Keeping hydrated indeed. I would redeem a root beer for you if I could, with my channel points. But we're here at the finals. And it's funny because our final matchup actually involves the first rivalry it ever held in the women's division of Bad Elephant Wrestling. We have producer Becca going up against Kristen Stewart. One of these women will be the number one contender to Melania and their Bad Elephant Wrestling women's title. Who do you got your money on, 21st Century Fool?
I mean, we haven't seen these two in the ring in singles competition since their back and forth trading of the title way back. And
quite possibly a year since that women's title debuted and they fought over it, that we haven't seen them in the ring. Uh-oh. 21st Century Fool, did I lose?
Uh-oh.
You back?
I'm here.
Your video feed's gone, but JB, when you're with me, I'm free. So good to see you. So good to see 21st Century Fool back on camera, too. Absolutely get hyped for those subs. Kristen Stewart trading blows. Producer Becca.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tom, we have not seen these two in the ring since their epic battle over the title. And yeah, honestly, from what we've seen tonight, this can seriously go either way. And they are putting it all on the line. Look at these chops. My goodness.
I actually would laugh so hard if Kristen Stewart won because that means Fish Knight knew. Fish Knight called it.
Hey. Now, does she deserve it since she is actually dressed like she's in the Matrix?
Look at these
two are just...
these two.
Ow! I have a concussion just watching this right now.
Drop kick from producer Becca and a leg drop to boot. Maybe this is it, covering her opponent. 1, 2, and a kick out.
Kick out at the last second. And Becca beside herself, she already saw that crown on her head.
Clothesline. And another, maybe just Ryland K. Stu up.
Look at that. She is stunned and wobbling all over the ring. That's those Matrix powers, Tom.
Absolutely, just gliding across. And now
she's going to need to Matrix dodge this, because this could be it. Top rope.
Becca calling for it.
Kristen Stewart slowly getting up.
And there it is. Oh, my goodness.
The plunge from the top rope.
2.
This one is over.
Well, there you have it. We have the new #1 contender to Melania. It is producer Becca. The first ever, what did you call it? Is our official Queen of the Ring? 21st Century Fool?
Do we want to put that title out there?
Maybe that's copyright infringement. We have to think of a worthy title.
Technically, the background was for the Mae Young Classic, but either way, producer Becca is our #1 contender.
Congratulations. Well, it's been decided then. Producer Becca is going up against Melania at a to-be-determined date. I'm just going to drop this in the Discord. And,
Fish Knight was so close to making that. I hope that they almost bet money on that, because that would have been incredible had they pulled that off.
Oh, yeah. Again, Fish Knight, congrats to you. You should go buy a lottery ticket, because you clearly have a keen degree of insight. Really liked that. So, 21st Century Fool, how'd you feel about our first ever women's single elimination tournament?
It was fantastic. I mean, anytime we can showcase the amazing women's wrestlers we have at Bad Elephant Wrestling, it's a great time, and they did not disappoint. That was a fantastic tournament.
Heck yes. Heck yes. All right, so we're going to move into Matt's and my competitive wrestling fantasy booking mode. MyGM. Super competitive. So, you're running ECW, so I think you have some matches to book.
I do. What do I have to do? Ensure that your least popular available fighter is in a match this week. And I promise Gilgs a rematch. So let's see if we can do that. So
while 21st Century Fool starts his booking process, I got to ask the chat. Fish Knight had a pretty fun idea. They said, what if there was an entire night of characters fighting the rebooted versions of their cells? Hey, I'm legitimately happy and proud for you and the Winterian team too. Thank you so much, Dan. Congrats on the Adventure Expo. I want to make sure I just name drop this again. The Adventure Game Fanfare. Very much looking forward to see how you all do there. And until next time, stay well. See you in the future. Oh, Toxic Melody. I tuned in exactly as I was getting crushed by K-Stu, confirming my anytime I watch, I lose theory. No! That makes me so sad because it was also your debut. Like, you got to debut here in 2K24 tonight, and unfortunately, that was the outcome. But, so good to see you. Hello! How you doing, Toxic Melody? All right, so the question for the chat proposed by Fish Knight is, if there was a card that we did that was just characters fighting rebooted versions of themselves, what examples could we have? Because the primary one was Lara Croft. The version that we have on our game is the dark, gritty Tomb Raider 2013 Lara Croft, and the joke is that it would be against the 90s pixelated one. JB says Mario versus Chris Pratt. That'd be great. I would actually like. Whoever,
oh my!
If Mario wins, Chris Pratt can't demolish that mansion. Toxic Melody. I'm doing all right. Just woke up from a nap. Uh-oh, you're gonna be up all night. At least I hope not, because that's what happens to me when I take a nap late in the day. So we're getting a tag team title match: Metroid Mike and Jake against the Bad Dudes. Game Robotnik versus Jim Carrey. I would also watch that. That sounds pretty entertaining. We could have classic Green Link versus Breath of the Wild Link. Why are you putting me in a match against Hans again? Why are you doing this to me?
Because I need a larger roster. So for right now, it's the two of you.
That's fair. Yeah.
Hans, don't worry. I won't put the title on the line.
You do what you want. Hans has reemerged, and Matt keeps punishing me by making me wrestle Hans because Hans, after finally getting a win streak going, they lost some weight and now they have returned as this titanic force. Every time Hans puts their pedal to the metal, they turn into something to be reckoned with. Let me see here. Fish Knight saying, for some reason my answer to the X-Men question isn't showing up in the stream chat. Oh. So you were answering 21st Century Fool's question about the X-Men entering the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's what you asked, right? 21st Century Fool?
Yes.
Oh. So you were talking about your roster. Are you going to start you got about $500,000 in budget you could spend. Okay. Searching for somebody to beef up his women's division. Are you looking strictly for rookies, though? Or you want to pay more money to find more experienced wrestlers? Toxicability, it's a bit possible I lost because I just had a Twilight-themed birthday party. Oh my gosh, did you make guests pick, like, if they were, what team they were on? Like, when they came to the party, it's like, are you Team Jacob or Team Edward? Come on, let's go. All right, Fish Knight has their answer resubmitted. So let me read this to you, 21st Century Fool. The X-Men thing. I would say the same thing as I would say about anything being brought into Marvel. What is the purpose of bringing this into play? What are you doing that isn't currently being done, and why are you doing it? For me, there are two main things that make the X-Men distinct: the boarding school angle and the clear civil rights allegory. I think the more they lean into those things, the more the X-Men will have a distinct identity as a franchise. I'd honestly say the boarding school angle lends itself better to TV than movies, and would also allow for the space to actually give time to all the characters. That's very interesting and very intriguing. I don't disagree. The boarding school, more episodic in nature, you know what I mean? It's like you could have A and B plots, like any classic, like Degrassi. You know what I mean? You have so many students that you can make storylines out of that you could give certain characters a break. You can give Cyclops a break and have somebody else, go on a quick mission or something. I'm into that. What about you, 21st Century Fool? I said Degrassi, Metroid Mike. Degrades. Oh, I don't know what that is. JB saying I don't trust anyone who's Team Jacob. Toxic Melody saying, oh, no. Degrassi is Professor X Drake. No. Oh, but it's even, because Drake's character was in a wheelchair just like Professor X. God damn it. I'm
back.
I didn't know you were gone. What happened?
Oh, my Discord is being all sorts of funky. Anyway, yeah, I think that definitely that idea is good, and I think it definitely works better as a TV series. Otherwise, you run into the X3 problem where they just introduce 3 billion characters and never really have the time to do anything with any of them, unfortunately. So,
yeah, I remember that. You get Beast, you get Angel, you get who else did they cram into that? You get Juggernaut, you get Multiple Man. You know, like they were just dropping everybody in there.
exactly.
And then they were also deleting characters. Remember how they just nerfed Mystique? It was just like, get out of here.
Yeah, they took a lot of liberties with some of the stuff they did. So, let's buff Thom up here. Let's get you some XP, my friend.
Yeah, if you
it's
have
time for Thom to get schooled.
There we go. I don't know if you guys have been able, if you haven't tuned into the MyGM mode yet, it's much more like an RPG where we unlock features based on how well we level up our characters and how well we level up our actual brand. So we have to do a lot more competing and careful consideration. It makes sense for Effects to X to be Drake. He lives in a very large house with a bunch of people way younger than him. Holy shit. Now look at this in my journal. The top note, JB and Cowboy work well together as a tag team. Well, who would have imagined that? Can you believe that, 21st Century Fool?
I cannot.
It's almost like I booked that on purpose.
I feel like I have never seen them in the ring together ever.
Immediately gain 2 talent scouting points. All right, yeah, sure. Fix a match. Okay, yeah, sure.
Goodness, why don't they just give you all the good choices?
All right, I can't unlock anything else yet, so this is just what we're going to be doing. All right.
Yeah, if you're new to MyGM mode, if you're looking as Thom quickly went through that menu, you will notice that you have to unlock different aspects of your crew list to unlock match types. Yes. So rather than having all the match types available from the start, you have to build up your road crew, and then that unlocks specialty matches. You were just saying, why did I put you up against Hans again? As you put me up against Umaga again.
Well, you actually have a rivalry going. So yeah, I need to build this.
All right. I'll give you that one.
Because this is money. This is money.
Better believe it.
And then, oh yeah,
I am money in the ring.
Let me see. I need to talent scout. I'm gonna spend 10 grand and see what I can get. Oh, I can get Pepsi Man. I can get Valhalla.
You can get a young Randy Orton.
What happens if I spend 25,000? All right, here we go. Logan Paul. Well, I need to beef up my women's division. That's just where I am. So, Valhalla. Oh, you can set how many weeks you want to sign them for, too.
Yes, you can.
I like that. All right. Well, I'm going to give them a 5-week start. All right. And let me buy this now just in case. All right. Tag team call out. I need our tag champs together against Daisy and Valhalla. So we're going to work on this rivalry right now. All right.
Oh, I do love the tag team callouts. Another new addition to 2K24.
Oh my goodness, there is a lot of X-Men talk in the chat that I'm missing. 21st Century Fool, can you keep me up to speed?
Let me try here. Let me see. All right, so we covered the Drake Professor X angle. Let's see. We are discussing the X-Men's civil rights movement. The Guardians be having space fiestas, and the X-Men have to have their 42nd family tragedy of the week. They're in space with multiple. That's because they're in space with multiple worlds. The X-Men are in America dealing with Earth humans. Look at Jake being anti-mutant over there. So is all the Avengers, and they're fine. They are rich and live in a fancy tower or hovercraft. Yeah, that's equally true. Spider-Man isn't rich. He's just a boy, and he's fine. I would say fine is a relative term there, especially for Spider-Man. I'm
a little. Let me see. All right, main event.
Fish Knight with a really good point of the X-Men do really lend themselves better than a lot of superheroes to being portrayed as pretty young. Honestly, there's absolutely no reason you couldn't just straight up make them Gen Z. I mean, there was that cartoon where they're all in like high school, basically.
Oh, X-Men Evolution?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. He's JB, speaking of Spider-Man, saying, I mean, he lives in New York, right? I don't think you make that kind of money taking pictures of Spider-Man. What is he really up to? He's obviously selling his body to science.
All right. I have to rest
There actually was no mutant spider. He's actually just on so many drug trials at the same time. He's given himself superpowers.
All right. I have to spend some money.
To make some money.
So I'm gonna book young Randy Orton.
Look at that. Like, wow. Speaking of could play teenagers.
And Pepsi Man. They're joining my roster. And we're gonna use that so we can get we're gonna have JB versus young Randy Orton.
Ooh.
And then we're going to have Cowboy versus Pepsi Man because I have to rest my tag champs this week. And
gotta do what Triple H says.
I'm never going to financially recover from this match. .jpg. All right, just making sure Melania retains.
Fixing it for Melania. Do you see this, everyone? Wow.
All right. Immediately increased their level to 20. Well, we'll save that. All right. I think SmackDown is set. Let's confirm the booking and get into it. All right. 21st Century Fool, which match of yours would you like to watch?
Oh, boy.
Should we get Metroid Mike and Jake on camera here?
Yeah, we saw you and Hans last week. So, yeah, I think we're going to do... It is a tables match, which means it's either going to go for 35 minutes or for 35 seconds.
I love the odds. Hit it, baby. All right, the Bad Dudes versus Game Corp for the ECW Tag Team titles. Do you think Ant-Man would go giant for a colonoscopy? I mean, yeah, I guess it's less pain, but it's a dirtier job. So, 50-50. There's always a trade-off. We got Game Corp in the chat. I believe, yeah, actually, Metroid Mike and Jake represent. You're both here.
There you go.
Both here as you guys enter this concert hall in Dallas, Texas. The Ant Doctor.
I will say I was surprised at
his poop has to get bigger too.
God. the at Ant-Man in Endgame. That little angle was a nice surprise that I enjoyed. Here he is, the Trash Man, the hardcore hero himself.
Voted best trash talker by our fans. It's Metroid Mike, baby. Actually, JB, it depends on what he eats. Joined very shortly by his tag team partner. We've got it. We've got tank business, Jake, baby. The hybrid of his two best entrances together, as requested. How excited are you, 21st Century Fool?
I love this entrance. This is the best of both worlds here.
Don't worry, the gold phone will come back. But we just had...
yeah, but it's Corporate Jake on a tank. I mean, I love it. Fish Knight pointing out that there was a comic that explicitly explains why Peter is able to afford to live in New York on a freelance photographer's salary. Jameson keeps underpaying him for a while, so Peter goes to a rival newspaper, and JJ gets so horribly freaked out about the prospect of losing his only source of decent Spider-Man photos that he agrees to start paying Peter well above the standard freelance fee.
That's actually amazing. I love that. I want to read that. That's an amazing story conceit. I tell you, holy crap. I like how you give wrestlers entrances. They will still like do the certain animations of the wrestlers that they're from. And Jake always takes off a hat that he's never wearing.
Right.
It's always hilarious to me. Just because the motion capture was done that way. Got the Bad Dudes entrance, which needs the music updated, but otherwise, it's very fitting to the era of tag team wrestling they're trying to embody. Would you not?
I was gonna say, I feel like that was almost pretty perfect, honestly.
Oh my god, dude, it's not even a ladder match, but they put it in here just because of the iconic entrance that it involves a ladder.
I love it. I love it.
It's the Bad Dudes making their 2K24 debut.
Looking good, I might add. I'm liking this strut from Gilgs.
Did we have Gilgs in action last week on your show?
In singles competition, I believe.
Gotcha. Well, only one can emerge as the ECW Tag Team Champions. And you got to get put through the table to find out. So what's your overall plan for ECW this season? How do you plan to retain your Mr. MyGM status?
I'm just going to have Gilgs do this entrance over and over again. Because the fans are eating it up, Tom. I mean, I'm not going to tell you my plans. If I tell you my plan, you're my rival competitor. Why would I
just want to be inspired by you, that's all.
I am going to take a fantastic roster of wrestlers, and I'm going to level the crap out of them. The only thing this game doesn't have is side quests, because I would be so overpowered by the time we got to WrestleMania from doing every single side quest.
Don't joke. We would never actually get to WrestleMania because you would just keep doing the side quests.
No, this is why I both love and hate RPGs, because they are one of my favorite genres, but I will spend every waking minute doing every side quest and none of the main quest whatsoever.
Well, I think GameCore probably hates what's happening right now because they are getting slammed silly by the Bad Dudes. They got Jake mounting a little bit of a comeback. The Bad Dudes doing a great job of separating these two partners. Jake missing that baseball slide right there.
He was trying to catch...
Oh!
He was trying to catch J-Bo, who was just out of reach, and then he reversed and springboarded onto him, so... Look out here. Gilgs with the table.
And J-Bo just watching and taunting Jake.
Mike inside. Look out.
Gilgs has him. Jake needs to save his partner. Oh!
No, and it was 35 seconds, I told you.
Metroid Mike slammed through the table, and that's it. There you have it. Is this what you have? Is this these short matches what you're giving your fans, 21st Century Fool?
Well,
you think
if Jake would pay attention,
that's what they deserve?
we would that match would have gone a little longer, but Somebody was too focused on attacking J-Bo and Gilgs. Hey, 4-star match.
It still gets a 4-star
35
rating.
seconds.
How do you have that? How do you have that be 4 stars?
Because I have 4 fantastic competitors in the ring, Tom. This is what it's about.
Metroid Mike, tell me how the line you were trying to think of is you were trying to figure a way to tie that into Lucha Underground, right? Lita going bad. All right, I like that. RK Slevin.
Oh, getting that rivalry at 3.
Apocalypse QT turning heel. I like it. Toxic Melody. Can they defeat Trixie Gambit? Yes, they can. I mean, not that I doubted it. Toxic Melody gonna run roughshod over the ECW roster. And then the main event. Hans probably kicked my ass. Yep, Hans did.
No, he did. No title on the line, though. 3 stars. I'll take it.
All right. So, I
guess you have to simulate it because it's fixed?
There we go. Well, that's fine because...
JB! I see you sneaking in a little Marvel Rivals playtest there. Definitely let us know what you think about that.
Well,
I would absolutely love to hear your opinions on it.
We're going to spectate JB up against young Randy Orton while he's playing some Marvel Rivals. 21st Century Fool, tell everybody what you think of Marvel Rivals so far since you've been playing it.
I have. I got into the closed alpha. I've been playing it now for a little over a day or so. I like it. I have, to be fair, it is sort of like an Overwatch, not clone, but pretty dang close from what I can see from gameplay that I've seen from Overwatch, because I will admit I was never on the Overwatch train, so I don't have a one-to-one comparison myself, but it's pretty fun. I like the characters they have in it so far, and the voice lines that some of the characters have are pretty great. And I don't know who they have doing Iron Man's voice, but he does a really good Robert Downey Jr.
So do you want that in your Marvel games going forward? And I asked this to the whole chat. Like, I remember when the Crystal Dynamics Avengers game made the cast look kinda like the movies, but not exactly. Like, what is that? Like, do you guys want that? Do you want similarity to the movies, or are you okay if something's radically different?
So I feel like the look can change.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the beginning of the Marvel movies, I mean, Iron Man never takes the suit off, so you actually don't see what Tony looks like, but like a lot of the characters, like Groot still looks like Groot from the comic, Rocket Raccoon still looks like...
I'm really sad that Randy Orton didn't make an O with his arms, because that was his pose when he
come on now.
Started.
All right, let's get a refund on this game. I think the problem is if the voices, you've watched people, in this role for years and years and years, and I feel like somehow you almost get into like an uncanny valley if the character sounds way different. Like if all of a sudden I was doing the voice of Tony Stark sounding like me, it's just going to be weird to your ears.
Sure.
So it's not necessarily that it has to sound that way, but I just think it's easier for the audience to get immersed if it does.
Big scoop from Randy Orton.
The iconic one.
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing that Jake is even pointing out, is that, like, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Chris Evans is Captain America. Like, I wonder how difficult it's going to be if they ever try to reintroduce these characters. If they pull if Secret Invasion is what a lot of people expect it to be, the film that's coming out, if it's going to be, or sorry, Secret Wars, not Secret Invasion. But if Secret Wars does become the franchise-wide reboot, and they try to give us young Iron Man, you know what I mean, or new Cap, new Steve Rogers Cap, new Tony Stark Iron Man, will audiences accept it or reject it? Because I don't even think the reception to Ironheart has been necessarily positive so far. And of course, the next Captain America movie will be the big test if Anthony Mackie can successfully take over the character, or sorry, the title of Captain America, as he does in the comics. But will casual movie-going audiences dig that?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough. I really again, the character is so very different from Captain America. Yeah. That I think audiences are just going to have. There's going to be a learning curve, some growing pains of getting used to. This is not going to be the Captain America you're used to.
Speaking of,
not that it's a bad Captain America, it's just not one you're used to.
Jaleel White is Urkel.
Urkel.
There will be no other Urkels. And speaking of pains, JB tacking the back of Randy Orton, doing it. And look at this!
Oh, a power slam of his own.
One kick out from Randy Orton, young Randy Orton. I'm going to always call him that. It's JB against young baby Randy Orton. And look at that overhead back suplex from
released
JB.
German suplex. Whew.
We only have
the whole way across the ring.
We only have the strongest superstars here on SmackDown. I don't know what you guys got on ECW.
I mean, we have a 4-star table match.
Yeah? Well, I have JB doing a big old slam. And here's Cowboy. Oh, we've got all three at last. Oh, we got all four. Break his spine, break his will. We've got all the members of Game Corp in here. JB
right.
Stomping at the pecs of Randy Orton and then posing for good measure.
Yeah, there is a part of me that wants to watch the new Captain America to see how it goes, but yeah, with all the reshoots and everything, I'm a little worried.
Well, you're gonna find out in February 2025. It'll be here before you know it.
I mean, that's true. You shouldn't snap while talking about Marvel things, Tom.
Haha.
We've now lost. Sorry. Half of Phase 5 is now gone. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's Marvel has to get the train back on the track because they've taken some detours, and I feel like they've lost a bit of their audience as of late. So
sure.
We'll
JB
have to see
scooping up Randy Orton and that was you can call that a Samoan drop, right?
Big Game Corp drop.
Game Corp drop. That's it is. And look at this, just stomping the spine. As Cowboy said, break his spine, break his will. Covering Randy. One. Randy kicking out. JB has to put more pain into his attacks if this is going to work.
Well, this could certainly do it. Going up top.
Taunting
Randy to his feet. Here we go. Oh, big shoulder block.
And Randy smartly running to the outside and then getting back up as if it did nothing. And wow, a backwards lariat.
Did you notice there JB sort of hiding behind the referee, just out of sight enough, and then as the referee moved, that's when JB charged across the ring. Oh, look out here.
Spine buster. Oh, you love to see it. You see, this is why you come to SmackDown when you want to watch good quality wrestling. You get look at they both did a jumping double kick. Sorry.
What if Marvel took a huge pivot? Oh no.
Oh, they both did two big flying nothings at once in each other as I'm trying to talk up the show. Jesus.
What if Marvel took a huge pivot and the next movie teases the Shane-overse, where it's just Shane McMahon playing all the characters?
I'd watch it because you get to hear "Here Comes the Money" every time.
Yeah, I would pay the money to hear that.
Ooh.
Also, if he could get just suplexed through just plates of glass.
You know, if Randy Orton breaks JB's ankles, then JB can't kick him in the spine anymore. It's actually ingenious offense.
It's brilliant. Oh, look out here.
Oh! That was something.
And a really innovative move, and now laying across him.
1, 2.
Oh, he got the foot on the rope.
JB got his foot on the rope. Randy would have had that otherwise, but
Randy barely having the energy to simply land with an arm over JB, and JB
wait, what's going on here? Neither of them are
the rope, and both men are dead.
Neither of them are moving. It's Randy is
both men are dead.
Randy is falling asleep on top of JB. JB's foot is twitching.
This is amazing. Quality wrestling. What are you doing over there?
Dude, get up.
What are you doing over there on your brand, Thom?
Dude, get up.
What is this? The fans are falling asleep just like the wrestlers.
All right, hang on. Okay, hang on. What the? I can't turn the controller on, so I can't even. I can't even make the. I can't even take over if I wanted to.
Yeah, wait. No, I think you've just got. I think you have to quit. Literally, Toxic Melody Correct nap time.
Which
is gonna be the name of Tom's next pay-per-view.
Oh, all right. We're pay for the wrestling, stay for the commentary.
No more WWE, more like ZZZ.
Yeah, Vision, we're the entertainment here tonight. Let's be real here.
Bonesaw is sleepy. How long will it go?
I kind of want to know. But I think.
All right. Well, this has been the end of Bad Elephant Wrestling. Now that it's Wednesday evening.
I can't. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let's get some angles on this at least. Well,
you better be taking screenshots of this.
I mean, we have this whole.
I want screenshots from every angle.
This is every angle of this epic nap, and the referee is just like.
Guys want to do something? You guys gonna?
I can make a highlight reel.
Just highlight reel this moment.
You want to get up? High East? High South?
What in the world is going on?
Oh, look at this. We got an above angle on the nap.
There it is.
And here you can see how, look at JP's foot.
Just twitching on the ropes.
And
it's the only sign of life in your entire show, Thom.
God. No progress from this match will influence the simulated result. Are you sure you'd like to quit and simulate? Yeah, because I have no choice. He's just standing there.
Wow.
And JP still won! Yeah! And a disappointing 1.5 star match. Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm doomed.
What? Wow.
Well, we're gonna Cowboy, you better beat Pepsi Man.
No!
Pepsi Man beats.
Oh boy. And this has gone from bad to worse. The upside, your tag team now has a rivalry.
Yeah, that's good. All right, let's see. Can action figure Cody Rhodes retain against Josh? Yes, he can.
Melted plastic in my soul.
4-star match. All right. Well, yeah, you kicked my ass this week.
Oh my God. You had a 1.5 on the open?
Yeah, I had a bad one.
I missed that one. Wow.
It was Melania against Valhalla. Nobody liked that. All right. You had a D
they were not a fan.
A C quality card. Gained 43,000 fans. You made $16,000.
Anything good in the chat? Oh, wait. Jake talking. Gilgs is such a pathetic cheater. Going to be destroyed next time if there's a competent referee.
Yes, he cheated by just picking up Metroid Mike while Jake was distracted.
Also, people apparently loving Cash Suplex and the Birdman completely at each other's throats. How's it gonna end?
Well, you got to check out that rivalry. That's some pretty good stuff.
Right? Gotta love it.
On SmackDown, let's see. We gained 35,000 fans, and we made $35,000.
There you go.
Pepsi Man. Cowboy, are you here? Look at Pepsi Man talking shit on you on fake Twitter. It just says, "Hey Pepsi, hey Cowboy." Hold on. I need to. This is like the greatest. This is like the greatest screenshot I have ever had to take. This is like preserving history right here.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow.
Pepsi Man just laughing at you.
I can't even.
I can't even. I'm posting this in Game Corp's Discord.
He's a dead can.
This is great. I love this. All right. Any other great tweets? Not sure the better superstar won. Be seeing you again, Melania. All right. You got
To the moon. All right, then.
That's a good one to have. And I got blinded. Select an opposing brand to start next week with 0 scouting points.
Oh.
And
that's interesting.
Somehow I'm still on top, but I'm fine with that because
I'm not sure how that one happened either. But that's all right. That's all right.
we're
Pocket
number one.
stand.
We're number one, even though sometimes our matches don't technically end. 2 weeks until Hell in a Cell. All right, you have some text messages you have to read.
Oh, J-Bo with a stamina below 40. That's all right. He can keep going. Gilgs, thanks for the title rematch. See, moderate increase to morale. That's how you do it, Thom.
Moderately. That's how you do it.
Oh, my God.
This is the third time they're going to face each other. Of course.
Sure thing, Jake. Sure thing.
Of course you say yes to Jake. Of course you say yes to Jake.
I ain't catching those loafers in the face. I know better.
How many weeks do you have to fulfill that?
I don't believe I do. I simply can't have a title match before they rematch.
I'll just give it over with tonight then. I mean, you keep having
J-Bo needs some rest, so.
Sorry, see, Jake, he's making you wait. How do you feel about that?
Email. Oh, this is interesting. Local signage is a new one, I feel like.
Dude, I'd be spending it all on something else. But you do you. You do you.
Well, I can't spend it all on something else. Are you talking about the wrestling center?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you. The inner workings of my mind are an enigma.
Well, if you were going to tell me that, I would have to wait for one more asset.
The inner mechanisms of my mind are an enigma. This is a great soundtrack this year, by the way. I wish we could share it with you guys, but we'll get copy struck.
It is a really good one.
Oh, shit. Dropping my phone. Uh-oh. What's everybody playing right now? I'm playing the Death Stranding Director's Cut when I'm not calling the wrestling action here. What about you, 21st Century Fool? You said you've been playing some Marvel Rivals.
I've been playing some Marvel Rivals and some V Rising.
Rising, yes, you are playing a lot of Rising. Anybody playing Animal Well?
Oh, I should actually read that. Most popular available star this week. All right, that's an important thing to read.
And now you can actually start booking.
Oh, and it's Thom.
I have to get run in on?
Yeah.
Can we get Ezra and B.E.W? Yes. We're gonna have some new debuts. Fish Knight, Ezra, and some other surprises I don't want to reveal yet, but there will be new additions to the Bad Elephant Wrestling roster very soon. So y'all should keep an eye out for that. Fish Knight, actually, it's inner machinations, not mechanisms, good sir. Mechanisms. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Thank you, Fish Knight, for calling me out. Metroid TKY fight. So are we going to get... Oh, we're not. Not yet. Doing a women's tag match. Interesting. All right. Well, it's got to be Toxic Melody, of course. Because you have to have rule breakers, as they call them, against good guys. Tyke.
That is
Metroid
correct.
Tyke. Haven't seen Big E in the ring yet. Ooh, Big E versus Metroid Mike. That's a contest. That is a contest indeed. Oh, no, I get you, Metroid Mike. I get it. I get it. It's clever wordplay. I like it. I enjoy it. I wonder what's happening on Monday Night Raw. Just kidding. No, I don't, because this is the best wrestling you could be watching on Monday in any universe. Who are you going to propel? Less than 60%. Oh, cash suplex? All right. Oh, you have another one. You have multiple To the Moons. Look at you. We should have a father versus son storyline. Metroid Ezra versus Metroid Mike. Going in on cash suplex. Handy, yeah, 2-on-1 matchup. All right, setting up some call-outs. So 21st Century Fool and I are obviously playing for the title of Mr. MyGM. I don't see your belt around your shoulder, but I will be. He has a belt, and I will be trying to take that this season. He's won 2 seasons in a row to this one, so it's time to change that. 2K24, new dawn, new era. I'm taking the Mr. MyGM title for myself. It's my destiny. I'm the chosen one. 21st Century Fool, you hear me? And he's ignoring me. Look at that. How rude. All right. Let's see what I have to say. Stamina level, blah, blah, blah. Pepsi Man. So I don't have any requests I have to fill. Schedule run-in on one of your champions this week. Gotcha. All right. 21st Century 4, you there? Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, say you were. Goodbye, Jake. Have a good night. Thanks for
Have a
hanging
good night,
out.
Jake.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out as long as you could. All right. Yeah, so let's see. We're definitely going to unlock that. What do we got? Select a brand and steal 2% of their fans from next week's show.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I'll do that next week. That is crazy. That is
Schedule a
crazy.
run-in.
Uncalled for, sir.
That's fine. So I'm going to have my GM interference covered in the main event. Let's see here.
Oh, easy Mariam Melania. I like it.
Fail commissioner goal. Why?
You are allied with. There you go.
It's not letting it happen.
Go back. Yeah,
Okay.
a run-in and a GM interference are different.
Run in, target Melania. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I had the same thought that you did on my show, and run-ins and GM interference are not the same thing.
All right, let's get a tag team match going. We're going to have our champs up against Game Corp.
With the titles on the line.
Absolutely. And we're gonna have GM interference. I'm gonna.
You are correct, Fish Knight. That was the boogeyman who ate worms. He would didn't he have a clock as well?
He did.
Or something?
He had a clock that he would smash over his head. Yes.
Yeah. So you are remembering that correctly.
And let's see. We'll have Cody Rhodes face Pepsi Man in a tables match. And then let's see what we can do here. Can up that rivalry a bit.
I'm gonna get on the mic. Ooh.
Perfect.
There you go.
All right, let me see here. All right, I think I am pretty confident with this, so
All right.
let's call it booked.
We'll call it booked, all right.
Yep. All right, you have to simulate this one.
I do. We'll see how this goes, being the starter.
Remember when Vine wanted to make puke? No, I don't remember that one.
All right, 2.5. Not bad.
Trixie Gambit getting a little bit of pop.
The hardcore hero.
I think RK is going to win this one.
You would be correct.
And I'm going to assume Lita and Apocalypse QT are winning this one.
No! Toxic Melody again.
Raquel and Toxic Melody. Love to see it. All right.
Not a great card, but that's all right.
And the tag champs retain. Disappointing. What do you people want?
Yeah, right? That was kind of surprising.
All right. Let's see if young Randy Orton can beat Retro King Josh Egger. Josh picking up the win.
Not.
2-star match. All right, that rivalry is cooked. Can Pepsi Man beat action figure Cody Rhodes?
He cannot. Broken Cody Rhodes.
Broken
2.5.
Cody Rhodes.
And then this one should be the real deal.
There we go. The win that everybody wanted.
That's right. But man, let me tell you, Tom.
Well, you won this match. You won this one.
That was just a really, really bad between both of us. I don't think anybody won that week.
Oh, I remember, yeah, when he was puke. Yes, I remember that. 21st Century Fool. Sorry, what did you have going?
What's that?
Sorry, I cut you off there because I was just trying to...
Oh, no, I just was saying I don't think anybody won.
We had a bad week.
Certainly not good.
All right, let's see what happened. DC, you gained 38 and you made 50K. Toxic Melody saying, if only you could fight as well as you talk, Trixie. And Gilg saying, who enjoyed seeing Thom lose against Hans? Who's a far more talented fighter? Wow. Gilgs. Wow, Gilgs.
There we go.
All right. And 32,000 made 50,000. Oh, JB is on Twitter. Hardly surprised that Randy Orton lost to Josh. And you, what do you have to say?
You talk a good game, Imaga, but my fists are going to do the talking next week.
There we go. All right, let's get one more show in the can because that way we can end right as Hell in the Cell's about to start. And then we'll...
All right.
We'll be able.
Oh, you got it. Oh, look at you over there getting all the stuff.
And look at me somehow staying on top.
Don't look. I'm catching up, though.
Surviving
Don't look
by
now.
The skin of my teeth. Montreal, Canada. Listen, I need to wipe that smug smile off of RK's face. Well, are you going to give him that?
Why
satisfaction?
Does everybody want a rematch? Holy crap.
Wow, ECW, the show of reruns, am I right?
Right? What am I, AEW? Holy crap.
Hey. Let's see. Cash suplex and Hans as a tag team. Are you going to do that? You'd have to do it within 2 weeks. This is a tough decision.
Oh,
You've been building Hans up.
I can make this work.
Oh, all right. Let's go. Rest your male tag.
I got 3 weeks. I got 3 weeks to do that.
Does rest also mean you can't have them cut promos?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh. I don't know what rivalries you had going, but you have to hope that they survive until the pay-per-view then. Yeah, that was Draws, Metroid Mike, I'm pretty sure. When Draws signed after he was a former football player, yeah, he was like, oh, you can puke on command? He's gonna puke. Like, he just kept doing that in that footage over and over, and it's just like, ugh.
Here, let me double check this. Yep.
Can't use them?
That is correct. But that was... Who was that? Oh, it's a 1 and a 2. Good Lord, that's terrible. No, better than nothing. I'm afraid to do this. We're going to put the title on the line.
I mean, RK's got a pretty compelling win record against Cash so far. Oh, bumping up this rivalry into a tables match. I like it. I had a manager at a grocery store with almost the exact same, absolutely delusional, and could never be convinced of any ideas but his own vibe as Vince. He even vaguely resembled him. I would not recommend it. I'm going to make sure I never shop at that grocery store, Fish Night. Thank you for the warning. Thanks for doing these streams. First of all, thank you guys for being here. No, seriously, these wouldn't be half as fun without you all hanging out with us in the chat, talking about X-Men, talking about wrestling. I legit love it. Would you not agree, 21st Century Fool? Hello? He's in his booking state of mind, I guess. But no, love you all, seriously. Jake, JB, Cowboy, Fish Knight, Metroid, Mike, Bob Hoskins, Mario. How did Karrion Kross get in here? I don't remember authorizing that. Evision, Toxic Melody. Just good seeing you every week here. Chris from 1H1D, I don't know if you snuck into the chat and then left, but that happens from time to time. Melee Fanny Fan. All right. I keep telling my wrestling guys to join. Hey, they would have a lot of fun. I guarantee it. Matt Adore, Clint McDougal, Rangvald. Matt beefing up on the local talent for this one. All right. I like it. I like it. The hardest thing is to get your friends to look at something. Yeah, everyone's into their own stuff, so sometimes it's a little hard to get their... It's the attention economy, baby. It's brutal. It's brutal. I would absolutely recommend your stream, my friends. If I literally had any that would mean... Oh, that weren't... Well, hey, thank you very much, Fish Knight. And just like again, thank you for taking your time. You could be doing anything else on a Monday night. It means a lot to us that you're here because this is just really fun for 21st Century Fool and I to do. We're always talking about wrestling anyway, so fantasy booking our own matchups and leagues and stuff, something we really enjoy doing.
Exactly. I love this, Tom, by the way.
Huh.
Gilgs ran in on your last match, and you now have a rivalry.
Let's go. I've got enemies coming in from two sides. I got Hans and Gilgs.
All right. That looks good. I can't do anything with that right now. What do we got?
Oh, health spa. Less than 60 popularity. I mean, several of your Melee Fanny Fan. That's brutal at 17. That's up to you, but
See if I keep them. I really just needed them to fill in for a match, honestly.
well, I mean, if you're just looking for a squash, then maybe Trixie deserves it. I don't know. It's up to you. Interested to see your next move, sir. Making Jake even more popular. I love it.
That's me.
I mean,
Jake deserves it.
He does. Jake's the most popular.
Oh. All right, I'm going to have to think about that for next time.
All right.
Title on the line. Just double check this here. I'm liking some of the changes, and there are other things I'm not liking as much, but that's okay.
All right. Well,
actually, wait, hold on. Just want to check my. Oh, it was this one I have. Okay. Oh. Just wanted to make sure now that those are new show logistics. I wanted to make sure they were working. They were on properly.
All right. Turn to your opening, and we're both stronger. Yeah, I know. Cowboy, what does he want? Why'd you run? Why do I deserve this? I won't forget about this. Man, Cowboy, very salty that I ran in on his match. Hey, boss, I've been talking with... Pepsi Man wants to team up with Josh, the man who represents Josh's least favorite soda. No.
Now the tough choices.
I can't do this to Josh.
You thought I had tough choices? There you go.
Have at least one Extreme Rules match this week. I mean, pull my arm. All right.
Yeah, that one feels kind of easy.
All right, let's see here.
All right, we'll see how this really horrible card of mine goes.
All right, our main event is going to be Tag Team Extreme Rules.
Oh, there it is.
And it's going to be for the title.
Oh, Thom going all out here. Metroid might say, can't do it, Josh. What? Do we not want drama? Not wrong. Not wrong, Metroid Mike.
We're gonna make this a trip.
Oh, Fish Knight. Pepsi Man, if you try to shake it up with Josh, you'll just end up falling flat.
JB and Randy Orton, we got a rivalry going there, so let's let it cook. And then what do we got? Let's just have a quick squash. Let's just have a quick... No, can't do this yet. Saving that for the pay-per-view, baby. All right, let's have you guys calling out Game Corp. And let's do it again. Can't do it again. That's annoying. All right, sure. And then 21st Century Fool, we're going to have a self-promo. And then right here, yeah, we're just going to have Umaga versus Cowboy.
Self-high five. Sometimes you just have to say the pun. Oh, he's fixing it.
Let me see.
Oh, and the pre-match. Wow. All the eggs, one basket. Oh, look at this guy.
All right. All right, I am pretty sure I'm good to go.
All right.
Oh.
Book it.
All right, what are we doing?
Are we simulating all of these, or are we watching?
Yeah, let's simulate this one.
All right.
Just so we can get to Hell in a Cell.
Cash wanted it. He got it.
A four-star match, and the
That's what I'm talking about.
I think Hans is going to win this one.
What? You're not putting money on the Matador?
Nope. Not when we got the Goliath that is Hans.
There we go. Thom and Gilgs. Fanny.
Trixie. Yeah. I'm pro Trixie. I'm really not sure why the look will end up being, because I don't really know what's possible. I used to watch Jerma's old wrestling videos. Oh, I must have missed something. Yeah, I do like following certain character creators on Instagram and stuff and seeing what they put out, because they they work really hard. All right, let's see if Cody can retain. And he does.
He can also get injured for 3 weeks.
Oh no. He was already injured to begin with.
Broken Cody Rhodes, living up to the name.
JB.
Very nice. Umaga and Cowboy.
Wow, Cowboy.
Yeah, you wanted a squash match, and you were right. Cowboy beat the snot out of him.
All right, and
I think this one's going to help you here.
Here we go. Only
there you go, 3.5.
Come on.
Very good.
Cody Rhodes out for 3 weeks. I really got to dip that one down. All right.
40,000 fans. I'll take it. 33 grand. What did Toxic Melody had to say? I don't want it to get ugly, but Apocalypse QT just kept pushing the envelope. Don't mess with the bull if you don't want the horns.
Wow, Toxic Melody, again, very aggressive this season compared to...
Gilgs, keep running your mouth while you can, Tom Peeler. It's going to be wired shut for a while after next week.
Ooh, Gilgs. I'll remember that. B match quality, 48,000 fans.
Very nice.
Made 34 grand. Let me see. Anybody that we like? Nope. EC Mary getting pushed a lot lately on SmackDown. Yeah, she should. As she should, Baddest Machine USA. Don't question it. All right. You got some pocket sand.
Oh, I got some pocket sand. I'm going to use it.
And I got some bad publicity.
You get another one.
Yeah.
Do you see how this is rigged?
And
absolutely rigged.
SmackDown remains number 1 going into our first premium live event. Look at that. Oh, bad publicity. I get 2% of your fans from this show. So I hope you book a very good one. What's Cash have to say? Metroid Mike saying, I like aggro Toxic Melody. Make her and I the new Ruthless Aggression tag team. That would be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
All right, be careful, though. All right, so we're going to wrap things up here, 21st Century Fool?
I think so.
All right. So when we come back, we are going to be doing a Hell in a Cell, a Heck in a Sec. Looking forward to that. 21st Century Fool, how'd you feel about tonight?
Good. It was an excellent match. Metroid Mike saying SmackDown is on top because you could take naps during your match.
Hey, love it.
No, it was great. We had a women's tournament that led to our number 1 contender, which is producer Becca. We had a really strong showing from Kristen Stewart, so I think we will see more of her in the future.
Big future.
And then we delve deeper into MyGM mode, and it's very different, but I like it.
Heck yes. Heck yes. Thank you again to everybody. I name checked most of y'all, but I'm just gonna do it again because we love y'all. Fish Knight, Metroid Mike, Jake, JB, Cowboy, Evision, Toxic Melody, you, 21st Century Fool, of course, and anyone else who managed to drop in even for a little bit. Winterian, Mr. Greenberg themselves, with that incredible news about the point and click Adventure Fest. Thank you all. Really great talking to y'all. And we will see you next time. 21st Century Fool, you got anything else you want to add?
No.
Not at all.
Maybe.
Really? What? What is it?
Come back next week when we talk more movies and X-Men and everything else as well as wrestling. Stay away from the boogeyman. Check under your bed. And we will see you next time.
And until that time, we'll see you in the future. Night, everybody.
Ooh.